Hello and welcome to round 5 of the Beast Mode Boxing Podcast. We had a little brief hiatus because it was summertime.
Yeah.
So, boxing season kind of slows down a bit, but everything's picked up again. So we're right back with the best boxing topics of discussion. Good episode lined up for you today. Pay attention.
Yeah, man. Just want to shout out to, as you can see, there's 3 of us today. It's usually a 5-man team. So shout out to Chocks, in particular. You know what I mean? What our thoughts are with Chocks at the moment. We want to big up Nat as well, who's not here today. So, yeah, we'll get straight into it anyway in terms of the boxing, and it's been an eventful few weeks. I would say.
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
Where should we start?
I don't know where to begin.
Literally just
happened at once.
Go back to the most recent fights. Obviously, last night we can touch on last night as well.
Last night was a good night for boxing. Danny Garcia, Shawn Porter. I guess let's talk about that first.
That's the big one. Yeah.
Danny Garcia, Shawn Porter last night. That was a wicked fight.
If you thought the refs got it wrong, the judges got it wrong.
No, I did. I definitely personally. I thought it was
just. I think the refs got it wrong. The judges got it wrong.
My bad.
It was a close fight. It was very close. I can see why they may have gone the other way. But if I was Danny Garcia, I'd be feeling quite hard done by. Yeah. I'd be feeling a bit upset with the decision. But I like Shawn Porter. He's an honest fighter. I respect him. And I'm happy for him that he's got. You can see it means a lot to him to be a world champion again. Yeah. He's a good professional, talented fighter. And, it was very close. It wasn't a robbery, but I think if I was Danny Garcia, I'd be feeling away about not getting the nod.
I think in my opinion, I think he had the cleaner work early. Anyway, I felt that he was landing a lot of the cleaner punches early on. Yeah. But it was close. It's one of those that could have went either way.
I think I scored it something like 115, 114 or something like that. I scored at least one round even. Yeah. I wasn't jotting it down though, so my maths, I don't know. But the round that I scored even could have gone to Shawn Porter, and I could have scored another round for Danny Garcia. The 10th was like a barn burner. He could have picked either one. And the cleaner punches, I like clean punching, so I would have gone for Danny Garcia, but Shawn Porter's activity level was mad.
He made an adjustment around the 4th round maybe, and that changed the fight.
Him a little bit more.
He well conditioned,
and it kind of unsettled Garcia and threw off his rhythm a little bit for a few rounds. So fair play to Shawn Porter for making those adjustments and bringing the fight to Garcia.
I will admit that I predicted the wrong winner. I said Danny by split decision or majority decision, real close. Shawn Porter did enough in the judges' eyes. I don't know.
I went with Porter to win. But what surprised me a lot is I thought that Porter would smother him and put a lot of pressure on him, be very aggressive, but he boxed him. He really boxed him for the majority of the fight. Porter, obviously, his style isn't the cleanest. He is open to getting hit cleanly, which I think Furman definitely exposed that a lot, and Brook, but he still boxed quite intelligently, which kind of surprised me a lot.
There's a method to the madness. Like his start steps is like his broken rhythm. Yeah. Obviously, once he gets in there, he tries to put it on, but it works.
Yeah.
Like you could see that Garcia was like, shit, I'm not used to this. Pace is too much. So he'd be throwing like 8 or 9s, and Garcia would be like trying to find one clean one. And it's difficult to look good against in front of the judges against a guy like that. No one's ever really looked good, properly outclassed Shawn Porter.
No, it's always close decisions, isn't it? Like Kell Brook was a close decision. Furman was a close decision. It's never like, it's not the kind of guy you can look good and don't.
He's always coming to fight.
So this result, is this the best fight for boxing fans in the division?
I think because if it had gone the other way, Danny Swift has got priors. Not going to say that in too tough, but I think he'd be more hesitant to make the Spence fight than Shawn Porter.
Definitely.
Porter's making all the right noises already, isn't he? He wants to unify. I think the quote was something to the effect of, "This is the easiest fight to make." He's happy to make the fight with Spence. He's not ducking. He wants to unify and give the fans the good fight. I'm not sure if Danny Garcia would be. So I think he'll be more reluctant to do that fight.
I think so.
So I think for fans, it's a good result. I mean, I like Shawn Porter. He's an honest fighter. He's a good professional. And he doesn't duck anyone. He wants to make the best fights. So I think it's good and that's a good division. That's where all the talent is. You want guys like that holding the titles. Exactly. Guys that want to unify. Guys that want to fight the best. So I'm happy that Shawn Porter's got that belt. Hopefully we'll see some good fights in the near future.
I think Errol Spence, Shawn Porter happens soon. I think Errol Spence beats the hell out of Shawn Porter, but you know, no one yet has beat the hell out of Shawn Porter. But Errol
If he
Spence
does,
is
that's a
different
huge
gravy,
statement.
innit?
Definitely.
If
And
Errol
I
Spence,
just think stylistically it's a match made in heaven for, especially on Errol Spence's side. He's style. You know what I mean? It'll
work well for
If
him.
he does that to Porter, that's
Definitely.
a huge statement. I mean, to do what no one's done, that'll be, that's it. You know, I think it make people even more scared to fight him after that.
Well,
People
yeah,
are scared
there's
as it
only
is.
one fighter left. Really, it's Terence Crawford.
Not talking about Furman in that bracket
No,
anymore.
Furman was there. I saw him there last night. Still, he was in the
Oh,
crowd.
come on.
He was there. So I think he's trying
He's
to.
in that Tyson Fury bracket,
He's
like
gonna
where
need
you're
a couple of
wondering if he
tune-ups.
does
Yeah,
he
yeah.
really want it? Is he really on it?
Yeah.
I don't know about Keith.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
I don't know.
At
He's
one
got-
time, he was the man.
pun intended.
Literally.
He's got on his way back into my good books, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long
He's
time.
got to do something.
It's been the best part of 2 years. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
What about there was also Amir Khan last night making his second fight since
Yeah, his
time
return.
off, and
Sammy Vargas. Yeah,
what
I mean,
did you guys think of Amir Khan's level of performance?
I wasn't very impressed at all. I'll be honest with you. I'm not the biggest Amir Khan fan.
Yeah.
I respect him. I mean, he's a very naturally talented fighter. He's got raw talent, hand speed. But I don't know. He looks like his best days are behind him. That wasn't the best performance I've ever seen from Amir Khan. And it just wasn't very convincing. If he was to step in with a Kell Brook or any top welterweight, I think he would have huge problems. Yeah, I think you have nightmares. I don't know if he really wants to do that. And he has to take a long, hard look at himself and decide where he wants to go with his career. But I think he needs to take the Kell Brook fight. You know, we've been waiting for such a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Money fights.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Because
There's nowhere else to
obviously
run now.
he doesn't want to end his career on like an embarrassing knockout loss via Kell Brook, who
Shit, that will
he's
hurt
been
him.
running from.
Yeah.
So he'd rather end it on like a Pacquiao million made sort of fight.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but really the way he's been talking and the fact that everybody pretty much knows that he's been ducking Kell Brook means that he's probably is peer pressured into taking the fight. But it won't go well for him.
I mean,
based on yesterday.
It's true. Yeah, that
getting knocked down by Sammy Vargas.
He's not a big puncher.
Fashion,
Yeah. And he did keep getting caught by right hands as well.
Yeah,
and
his legs went at one point.
The point at which I stopped like drinking the Khan Kool-Aid was Peterson. I realised how limited he was on the inside. I realised like his defense isn't all there when it needs to be. He still falls so much in love with his hand speed.
Yeah.
Lacks discipline when he needs it.
Yeah.
And he loses his head. Like for a guy who's chinny, he should be more like Vlad Klitschko. Like, I know my strengths. I don't want to have no scraps that are unnecessary.
Yeah, jab, get in and out,
He just doesn't know.
And
In the moment, he
I think
doesn't
it's
know.
the
how.
amateur background. Do you think that's what it is? Like, you know, because it's the point system. You know,
what he's become popular
it's been
for.
pro so long now. You need to shake that.
It's frustrating because he can punch as well. He can punch with a 1-2 and cause enough damage. You saw he dropped Vargas twice.
He dropped Maidana as well, didn't he?
Dropped by
he
body
dropped
shot.
Maidana. Yeah, he's got enough power to hurt people. You saw what he did to Le Greco in the last fight.
I don't care about that.
No, much as Le Greco's whack. But
he's off
my point of that
straight off the
is,
sofa, like.
you know, Spencer's fought Le Greco. They went 5-6 rounds or something of that nature.
He's got enough pop.
Yeah, he's got enough to be hurting guys.
He has, yeah.
You know, so I don't see why he always risks.
It's strange, isn't it? I don't know if it's a pride thing. I don't know. I don't
I think
understand.
it's a pride thing, and like I don't know, he gets emotional in the ring. This is the thing.
Yeah.
Like when he gets knocked down, he wants to get straight back up and prove that he's okay, and he's just dancing. It's like, bro, if you just taken 3 or 4 seconds, get your head back,
properly,
then you have a better chance of surviving. And he was lucky. He was actually lucky that round ended immediately.
Yeah.
The way he
it's
got
true.
up,
Got wobbled.
he was a little bit like he was still.
That could have been a horrible upset.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
was it Julio Diaz dropped him as well before?
Yeah.
So, it's worrying. Like it keeps happening. I don't know. He's had some good coaches as well, and they can't.
Yeah,
you know what, get that out of him. So it's like
it's because it's not a technique thing; it's an emotional thing.
it is, and that's something he has to. I don't know. At this stage of his career, is he really going to address that?
He's not
He's
gonna
31 now, so
it's too late.
But I get it for him. He's probably thinking, you know what? Fight Manny Pacquiao, make a sackload of money. If I get beat, I get beat. You know, he's a future Hall of Famer. He was fighter of the decade. There's no shame in losing to Manny Pacquiao. But you fight Kell Brook for maybe a bit less money. You know, you get beat. You know, you're never going to live that down. It's like, this is the guy, my rival. This guy's been calling out my whole career. We don't like each other. If I lose to him, you know, it's the bragging rights down the street. He doesn't. I think that's what it is. Maybe it's the wrong way to look at things. If you believe in yourself and your ability, you're gonna be like, I don't care. I can beat this guy. I'm gonna go in there and fight him. Let's do it.
Be honest with himself. Like. Oh, do you remember when he was calling out Anthony Joshua? I'm joking. Whoa. Maybe he does believe in himself, but I
don't know.
But I think it's an emotional thing for him where he's not able to handle it in the ring, and I think probably his handlers as much as anybody else is saying, I'm not sure about this Brook fight.
I think it's a bit of that. And I mean, Brook's meeting all his demands now. Brook says he's happy to be the B-side, take less money, come back down to 147.
He's taking a risk himself.
There's no reason not. Brook's taking a huge risk because he moves up to 154 because it's a nightmare for him to make 147. But there's no reason for Amir Khan not to take that fight now. Brook's meeting all his demands. Why won't you take the fight? What's the problem? Now make the fight. Do the right thing.
Here's a quick question though: Is Brook chasing? Because for me, Khan doesn't offer Brook much other than a big UK fight, right, and a little bit of a rivalry thing, but whatever. Yeah. Is Brook searching out Khan because it's the biggest fight he can make? Because everyone at 54 is too big and strong for it.
That's an interesting question.
To be fair, Brook's always wanted the Khan fight though. Before he even moved up to 54. I know,
but now Khan doesn't even have a strap. What for?
But now you've been chasing the guy so long. And they don't like each other. It's clear they don't like. And Khan's been telling stories about how he beat up Brook in sparring with one hand behind his back or something. You know what? Yeah, I think it's personal.
It's more personal.
He will take. It doesn't matter if he's at 54 or 60. That's the fight he's always wanted. And he knows they're both. They got the same promoter now. I think that's where the urgency comes from. It's probably more easy to make than it ever has been. They're both with Eddie Hearn. You know, it's like they're both at a similar stage of their career. I think it's even like Eddie Hearn said last night, it's now or never. It has that feeling to it, like now's the time to make the fight. And I think Brook would rather beat Amir Khan than win a strap at 54. I think that's how much it means to him. I think 100%. If you ask Kell Brook,
more money as well.
If you ask Kell Brook, would you rather beat Amir Khan, knock him out, or would you rather beat Charlo and win a strap at 154? I think he would rather beat.
There's no fight.
I think he would rather beat Amir Khan just because it's that personal to him, and he'll make more money doing it. And I think for him that would be. He would feel content if he was to do that.
If he moved up to 54 and took one of the unified champion straps, or two of the unified champion straps, wouldn't that put him jump him right up in terms of number one pound for pound, but also not number one, but in terms of Wade being pound for pound rankings?
Because he will if he becomes a champion at 154, then that puts him in the line of fire for all the guys at 154, and I can't see him surviving.
They're going to be chasing him,
But isn't it pretty consolidated now? What's the spare belt? We've got Jarrett Hurd.
Jarrett Hurd's got two. Charlo's got one, and the kid that beat Saddam Ali, Guyo, whatever his name is. He's got the other one.
Beat Smith recently. Liam Smith. He's got power. That kid as well. His record suggests anyway that
that's the only spare strap in the division, I suppose. So that wouldn't mean much. But the beating Charlo or Hurd. Once they fought each other, beating the winner out of that would be
it would be a huge accomplishment.
Definitely.
To Kell Brook personally, I think Amir Khan means more to him because they just don't like him. And Brook, he's been disrespected by Amir Khan and looked down on for years. The way he speaks about him, you're not my equal, you're not. I beat you up with one hand. Things like that, it'll make you want to beat the guy more.
When he told him to go and
go and win a world title, then I'll fight you. He won the title. Go and fight Golovkin, then I'll fight you. And it's always you're not gonna. You have to jump through all these hoops to fight me.
Now they've been face to face now in the ring, and he's still saying I want to fight Pacquiao. It's just
it's a personal.
So I think for Brook, from a personal perspective, I think that would mean more to him to beat Amir Khan and just finally shut him up once and for all and have the bragging rights. I think that would mean more to Kell Brook than beating it. I get it. I get it. I mean, if you look at it on paper, you think, well, no, you world champion, 2-division world champion. That would be a better achievement. But from his because the history behind it's one of those things. Personal.
Brook is yet to have that rivalry, that British rivalry. Most fighters who achieve something great, that career-defining rivalry. And this person versus that person.
It's weird because Khan is that rival, but they haven't fought. You always talk about Brook. You talk about Brook Khan. That's what everyone talks about, but they haven't fought. I think they need to fight. It's one of the things that needs to happen.
You do have those really sad if it didn't happen. It's like when Hatton was supposed to fight
Junior Witter. That should have happened.
And the hitter.
That should have. That's fight that never happened but should have happened. It's almost like Mayweather and Pacquiao almost, you know, went on for so long, and people was like, is it, isn't it? But when it happened, it was. Yeah, it needed to. Like, it's like Wilder and Joshua. They're gonna have to get it on.
At some point.
Have to get it.
Yeah.
Are we gonna talk heavyweights now? No,
yeah, man. Like going back just before,
ago.
last month. I think it was last month, wasn't it? Yeah, Dillian White, Parker. What do you guys think of the performance?
It was actually a really good fight.
Yeah.
He
Fair
mauled
play
him.
to Dillian.
Fair play to Dillian. He mauled him.
It's impressive.
Huge statement.
I think he got the benefit of the doubt in terms of how the refed it on a couple of occasions.
Yeah.
And Parker was game throughout. I was really impressed with how Parker came back late as well. So they were both like put on a great performance. But yeah, Dillian can hit. He's got it all now.
Yeah, he looks a more complete fighter.
He's pretty well rounded. Like now that he's got over injuries and he keeps improving. I'd actually love to see him in with one of the titleists again.
Yeah, I would. I think he's earned it. You know,
he's
put in the work this year. He's beat Lucas Brown. He's beat Joseph Parker. You know, he's
beating Joseph Parker is a big statement.
It's huge. Yeah, but he's the only one to knock down Joseph Parker. Anthony Joshua never knocked down Joseph Parker. Dillian White knocked him down twice.
Yeah,
you know,
I've heard Parker's never been down even in the amateur.
I mean, that was the big thing. What's that promoter called? What's his promoter called? Joseph Parker's promoter. Higgins. Like that was his big trump card, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I challenge you to find the footage of Joseph Parker getting knocked down. He's never been knocked down, and you know, Dillian White knocked him down. There's the footage now. So yeah, you know, Dillian, he's earned his spot, man. He deserves to be amongst, you know.
Definitely.
Would you think does he? I mean, if he was to fight Ortiz, because I'm not at all interested in Chisora. I know Chisora won that. In Chisora Dillian again. I don't want to see it.
I wouldn't mind seeing it just as a tick-over fight, but
it's a rematch they're talking about.
Because the build-up was good for the first fight, and it was a very close fight as well. It's debatable. I mean, a lot of people say Chisora won that fight. No, it was very close. Yeah, I thought Dillian won, but a lot of people disagree with that. I get it. So, and it will be the build-up. You know, again, they don't like each other. It's one of those. If Dillian can't get a big fight, maybe he should just fight Chisora to pass the time. Who else is he going to fight in the meantime?
That's true.
Brazil.
They offered him Ortiz, and he was like,
I think he's in line for a title shot. He deserves it.
He'll make more money out of Chisora than in any other.
That's the other thing as well, yeah.
For the time
That's
being,
probably why he's doing it.
I think if he beats him more convincingly than he did the first time as well, it can't do his reputation any harm.
True.
If he beats him more
Chisora's on the bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Another good win. And then it sets up, if AJ dispatches Povetkin, then it sets them
Well, it looks like AJ...
Wilder possibility.
No, AJ versus... Dillian will happen in April.
Yeah, I think so. If they both win, and I think it's a good chance they'll both win. Then
not the fight that we want, but
nah, I don't want to talk about the other fight. I'm getting sick of talking about Wilder AJ. You know, I just want to.
I'm a little bit sick of it.
It's just going on a bit.
Oh god,
all
so
this
annoying.
back and forth contracts and. Just make the fight. When they make the fight, I'll happily talk about it.
It reminds me of Mayweather Pacquiao.
It does, It's just frustrating.
Just so annoying.
Yeah. When they've made the fight, I don't want.
Then we can do a little until then.
Yeah.
But what about Fury Wilder? Well, go on for that. If it actually happens.
Yeah. We're just talking about it before, weren't we?
It's too soon.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's way too soon for Fury. I mean, I'm surprised Wilder even wants it. I would have respected Wilder more if he said, "Look, you're a champion. I respect you, but." I want you to be ready. I want the best version of you.
He doesn't.
I'll give you time and I'll be here when you're ready.
You're acting like Wilder's got some integrity.
It's he wants to beat the guy for his name, but is he beating the best version of Tyson Fury?
Of course not. But I don't think anyone who beats Tyson Fury ever from this point on will be beating the best version of Tyson Fury. He's done too much damage. I don't think he'll ever be the guy that 2015 beat. Vlad.
I'd like to see him at least closer to that than what he is now. I mean, Seferi and Pianetta aren't preparation for Deontay Wilder.
Performances. Okay, Seferi was not a fight.
No, that's horrible.
There was a really good fight in the crowd, I heard. And then that Pianetta fight, he was just slapping him and moving and slapping him. And then at the end of 10 rounds, it was a 10 rounder, isn't it? He's sort of saying, everyone's sort of saying, he needed the rounds and stuff, but you want to look very good in those rounds. And then you want to knock him out as and when you feel like it. You don't want it to go a full 10 where you're sort of coasting. That doesn't make me.
So
think.
cruiserweight, effectively, he's fighting a cruiserweight.
Yeah,
he didn't look sharp. You know, at his best. Obviously, he looked better in the second fight. It was an improvement, but
for him to go from that to world title,
to Wilder,
and I don't even know why they've put him so high up in the rankings to even have a shot.
It's bizarre, politics, isn't it? I don't know. Fury's handlers, I think it's irresponsible. I don't know if they're just thinking of the money. Because I guess they got to pay him a lot of money to get him in the contract. Maybe it's.
I think
we need
he
to
wants
make
to cash
something
out
back
as well. I'm not sure if he cares that much.
Yeah.
That's why
Fury's got a big set of cojones. He's got balls. He likes a challenge. Fair play to him. I think he is that guy. When he was fighting Vladimir Klitschko, a lot of people, and I'll be honest, I'll put my hands up, including myself, didn't give him a shot. I was like, he's not going to win. This is a joke. Yeah, this guy's not. He went in there. He did. Fury's proved people wrong time and time again in his career. And maybe he's thinking, I'm not scared. I can beat this guy. And he has to believe in himself, and he needs to believe in himself.
I think to be fair, he's the type of geezer that believes in himself regardless.
Yeah.
And Wilder is the type of fighter that he thinks he could probably, just on style, always have his number, because he's the one type of fighter and Fury's a slick type of fighter, so he'll always have that advantage. I think Fury's looking at it like that, but I mean, I'm always a bit skeptical of when someone goes from like a Safari and a Pianetta into a world title fight. I'm thinking, if you thought you were ready, or if you were trying to get ready, you'd have taken on like a top 10, someone in the bubble.
Yeah, someone that just doing
just to prepare yourself optimally for like getting back into strap season. But
I mean, as soon as he came back, Frank Warren was saying he's going to need four fights. Before he takes on any of those guys.
Especially fighting,
he was adamant about that.
Is it really going to happen for now? Like, I really question whether that fight is really going to happen.
Yeah.
I think it's just a bit of promotion.
Nothing yet.
Yeah,
I don't want to see it. I think it'll be horrible.
Dates announced and all of that. That hasn't been announced.
It's meant to be November. Now they're saying December. Yeah, I don't know. They said Vegas. Now they're not sure if it's Vegas or New York.
Yeah, it does sound like bullshit. But I mean, this is Sunday. What date is it? The 9th.
The 9th, yeah.
Sunday the 9th. Yeah, by the time this comes out, if they've already announced it, don't come and call us idiots. We don't know what we're talking about.
I think
if
they
it's
will
announced on Monday, we didn't know, okay?
I think they will announce it. But I'm not really happy. I don't know. I'll watch it, of course, but I'd rather see Fury.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's still a really interesting matchup. Fat Fury and Wilder is actually probably a better fight than Fit Fury and Wilder.
You think so?
Because Fury's more vulnerable, and I think Fury boxes rings around Wilder when he's fit.
Even when he's fit, he's still vulnerable, I think, though.
Yeah, he does get caught.
Yeah.
He does like to catch a wide right hand, to be honest, and that's Wilder's thing.
So.
But he does have height on, unlike everybody else, he does have height on Wilder and reach on Wilder.
Yeah, which is going to be a rare scenario for Wilder, and someone who can box on the outside, outbox him. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Very interesting. I feel like a tall Ortiz would have had much more fun with Wilder.
Yeah, so you had enough fun with him anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Let alone having a height advantage.
The reach thing is gonna be key. But I don't know. It's more entertaining in terms of there'll be more action. I reckon. A Fat Fury. Right. He's a little bit less mobile.
That's interesting.
I just think it just ends badly for Fury, man.
Do you reckon?
Fury needs to be top of his game for that fight to win.
Yeah, he needs time. He needs time, I think.
Yeah, he does need. Yeah.
I'd pick Wilder at this point.
What would be your prediction if they fought? What's like? Let's say, best case scenario, Fury takes another fight. He's in tip-top shape.
Top Tyson Fury beats Deontay Wilder all day.
Yeah.
In my eyes, I think he outboxes him and just takes him to score. I don't think Wilder really gets a look in.
But current
Wilder beats him.
Yeah.
Wilder knocks him out. I'll say knock him out as well. I think first half of the fight. I think he'll knock him out in the fourth or fifth. Maybe even sooner. I think he knocks him out early. I'll be surprised. I want Fury to win, but I just
for me, again, Fit Fury boxes rings around Wilder. He is a bit vulnerable always. I think he's sloppier than people realise because he gets away with it quite often. But he does catch a right hand. But he's clearly got a good chin as well, and I don't think Wilder is able to find him often enough. Everyone says it's only one punch. Yeah, Wilder does have crazy power, but
got to land it.
He's got to land it clean. He's got to land it clean for it to have the effect. So I see Fury out slicking him. But now, it's just that split second where your reflexes, your ability
Sharpness.
to get out, your sharpness, your fitness is just slightly off, and then that's it. That's what puts you to sleep. So maybe I think it goes longer than first half.
Yeah.
Fury, maybe his fitness starts to show, and then the slowness comes through, and he gets caught by something. We know Wilder's got an engine as well, so he's always dangerous.
Leading on from that, staying on the heavyweights, is AJ Povetkin this month as well. What do we think?
AJ knocks him out.
Yeah,
AJ starts
pretty straightforward.
I think he's pretty straightforward, but we said this about Parker, so let's not write him.
That's true.
I'm
just basing it on the most recent performance of Povetkin.
Against
David Price.
I don't think he looked that good.
He looked
Price hurt him.
It's true. Price had him like
Bobby
falling back into the ropes. So I don't know, man. It's not. I don't know. He's got history of failing drugs tests.
God, I'm not even sure why.
At least a couple.
I imagine, the tests will be quite strict with him, so he won't be able to juice.
AJ's paying for extra testing for both of them.
Yeah. So
is it right? I didn't know about that.
He's not going to be on the gear. So is he going to be as good as he has been when he's on the gear? It just makes me think. I think he's there for the taking. And he's how old is he? 39.
39. He's had one loss to Vlad.
But it was a bad loss.
He got dominated. He dropped him about 4 or 5 times, I think.
That was in Russia as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was in his home country.
I think it's pretty straightforward. For me,
AJ needs a big win though.
He does.
He hasn't KO'd.
He's got a lot of criticism of his last 2 performances.
That's true.
Yeah.
The Takam and Parker. And I think a lot of people are not convinced.
The Takam one was premature.
Yeah.
Should have gone 12.
Parker, he struggled to really
establish. So I think he needs to make a huge statement in this fight. He needs an emphatic win, knock out real highlights, send a message to the competition, to Wilder and Fury and these guys. I'm still here. I'm still the man. I think he needs to handle business, not messing around.
I think he needs to handle business. I'm with you as well. But and I think he will, but he should be wary that Povetkin is still like a solid puncher.
He's no mug.
He doesn't need to. They can't take too lightly, or can't just go gung ho like I need to look good. I need to look good. I think he's now in a position where he's Vlad almost, like he's the one who's got it all to lose. So his approach is more cautious. If things are going well, I don't need to risk it all, which I understand. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a more boxing focused performance again. But ideally he'd be knocking him out early doors.
That's what I'd like to see.
Absolutely.
A lot of people were saying this is his toughest fight other than Vlad. Do we agree with that?
Ooh, yeah, probably.
Probably. I don't know. Parker. I'd say Parker because Povetkin's age and the fact he's been beaten. That's the only reason. Stylistic, a prime Povetkin would probably be as good as Parker, but just based on circumstances, I'd say maybe third. And Dillian White has improved a lot since they fought. It's been about 3 years.
I think Dillian White was as tough as Povetkin. Parker's probably the toughest, other than Vlad. Because when AJ was fighting Dillian, he was also quite green as well. They were on a similar level of progression at the time. They're both prospects.
I can agree with that. He wasn't a world champion.
He wasn't a world champion.
Maybe
I think
he's the 15 fight. He wasn't even at 15 fights.
It's a 15th or his 14th.
He won the world title when he was 14th or 15th, didn't he?
16th.
Was that 16th?
I don't know.
Okay. Right. So less than 15 fights.
Yeah.
What's your predictions? Knockout?
I think he gets. I think he knocks him out.
Round? What sort of round?
8, 9, 10.
I'd say middle. 6, 7.
Interesting. Yeah, man. I'll also say, mid rounds. Mid rounds, maybe 5th, something like that.
Yeah.
I'd say knockout.
Yeah.
For AJ. Also, Golovkin. Alvarez.
Big fight next week.
To the
this
middleweight.
Is the biggest fight of the year, I would say.
Big fight.
Yeah, man.
What's a bigger fight than this year? I'd say this is the fight of the year.
Yeah, this is
it. Yeah,
this is
Triple G Canelo number 2 after the scandal, the meat scandal.
I'm not buying that.
You know the dodgy meat.
This
is a lot. This is personal this time around.
Real personal. I mean, I love this fight. I love this fight last year. It's a shame that we had to wait for so long to see.
Yeah,
But when was it? Was it May or was it September?
No, it was September.
September.
Yeah,
All right.
Rematch was meant to be in May.
And
that got pushed back because of Canelo's situation.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I thought Golovkin won the first fight, and I thought he could have. I thought he could have made some rounds more emphatic, but he was a bit cautious because Canelo can hit. Canelo is slick. I thought Canelo had engine issues. He basically shoe shined and flashed off some of the rounds and got favour for them, and then there was that ridiculous card which was like 118, 110.
Yeah, that was wrong.
Which was actually it should have been illegal.
Correct.
That fight was not 118, 110 to anyone.
No way.
God,
everyone knows it was close.
But definitely, exactly. So, so I think Triple G is just that bit better than Canelo in terms of overall. Like he's just got a bit more power, and his stamina will last throughout the fight. Canelo can't hurt Triple G because I don't know what his chin is made out of.
God knows, the guy is insane. He's like
Absolutely.
a machine.
Do you know what's really weird though? I was watching because I didn't watch the fight at the time. Triple G versus Metrosayan. That guy that he fought.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Vanez,
Vanez. He's 154 came up. But he actually hurt Triple G at one
go,
stage.
actually,
you know?
yeah. You know what?
There was a punch
in the first round.
Early enough. Yeah, in the first round because it was 2 rounds.
Yeah.
But he actually landed a punch that Triple G didn't see. And you know Triple G's chin is ridiculous, man. But this punch staggered him. You watch that first round, he actually staggered him at one stage. So I think Triple G has a very good awareness of punches. He tends to see everything coming, and he's always putting the pressure on. So I think because he has a high punch output and he's always putting pressure on, he tends to see what's coming. I can't see Canelo knocking him out, but I do think Canelo's a better all-round boxer, and I think he can make adjustments in the fight compared to what Triple G can do. I think Triple G will be the same. He'll approach the fight in the same way as he always does. Where I think Canelo might try something different and maybe be a little bit more defensive, but stay off the ropes and
maybe meet
him in the middle.
I think his footwork is the difference between Canelo and Jacobs, for example, is the feet, the speed of the feet. Like I think if Canelo had Jacobs' footwork, then he'd have a much easier time with Triple G. Yeah. But he does find himself against the ropes too often.
That's where
engine fails him.
Yeah, that's where the fight was close. Because if you think about the success that Canelo had, it was always in the middle. Yeah. Always in the middle of the ring, and he can outwork combos. Yeah, the combos so accurate, body shots, everything, combinations beautiful. But then, soon as he backs up, because his engine isn't the best.
Yeah.
As soon as he backs up, Triple G can then start putting the pressure on, throwing punches.
This is why I gave Triple G more credit, because Canelo would throw 5 nice punches, real quick hand speed, and then he'd take like a minute and a half off
on the ropes.
And the whole time Triple G would just be like pumping this jab and landing it, pumping
his jab is good, man.
His jab is incredible. So I just think if I had to take a skill set and choose, I'd choose Canelo's. But when you put all the physicality of Triple G and then the timing and the chin,
good timing,
it's like, I think he's always going to be a bit better than Canelo because he's naturally bigger as well. Naturally bigger.
He's got the advantage.
He's got that advantage of always being a 160er.
Yeah.
I mean, what I was saying about Povetkin just now, not being on the gear anymore, not using it. Just playing devil's advocate. Canelo maintains that he wasn't using it, was the meat. But I mean, I think I don't believe that. I mean,
Hey.
So now he's not
Hey,
using. Is
catch
he
no
going to
cases
be?
over here.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, I don't know. Well, let's say he wasn't. He was using. If he's now not using, is he going to be as good as he was?
Yeah,
show.
his size has come down. He's definitely not as big. If you look at the last, that last fight, you remember the build up. I watched 24/7 the other day, and he definitely has lost size. Yeah. And they were still talking about the meat. And Reynoso, his trainer, he's a former butcher.
Yeah, he was a butcher.
They know Mexican meat has,
Yeah.
a tendency to have this substance in it. So why was he eating Mexican meat? It's quite obvious that there's something not quite right.
No, something doesn't. No,
I mean, I don't know, so I'm not gonna say I'm sure about it.
Something
it's so fishy. But the other thing is, we will be able to tell by round 3 or 4. He was juicing because they'll be quite on him this time.
Yeah.
And if he's not got the energy levels, if he's getting overwhelmed by Triple G really easily, then we'll be like, see, there it is.
He's been found out. Yeah. If that is the case, then I hope he does get found out, and I hope he loses because it's justice.
Yeah,
I don't respect that. These guys that do that, it's dangerous what they're doing.
Yeah,
you're stepping into the ring. Both of you are risking your lives. You got families to go home to, and you're willing to do that.
While the other guys trained.
Yeah, trained his arse off, trained hard to get there. Honestly, not cut any corners, done everything, done everything the correct way. It's not right. So if he has done that, then I hope justice prevails and Triple G
gets knocked out.
Yeah,
ultimately.
What happens? Cool. Okay, so these two fights. What are our predictions? Right, I think Triple G wins. I still think he wins. If the judges are doing their job, he wins.
I'm gonna go with Triple G.
Off the jab, I think he wins.
Yeah,
but it's a tough one. I don't know. I change my mind every day.
It's hard. I'm gonna go for Canelo for now, but it'll probably change closer to the fight.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we got to wait for the weigh-in, right, Carl?
Yeah. After the weigh-in. That's when I make my mind. No. Then I'll be able to tell. But I don't know. I'm gonna say Triple G for now. I think. But I don't. I'll
go with Canelo decision. I think over 12 rounds. I don't think he'll
Vegas
stop him.
again. You might get the judge's nod as well.
Yeah, he might have.
And then what else is?
Golden Boy. Yeah,
we've got BJS and
Billy Joe Saunders and Demetrius Andrade. Yeah.
What's Jacobs up to though?
He's fighting for a world champion title, IBF title.
Oh right,
the one that Triple G got stripped off against Devrichenko, is it?
Yes, that's the one. Okay,
that's
so
cool
and
fight.
then we've and the Charlo, the bigger Charlo.
Yes,
as
Jamal.
well.
Yeah.
What division?
Jamal Charlo. He hasn't got a fight, has he?
I don't think he's got.
No, I think he's mandatory to Triple G though. For the WBC belt, he's mandatory for the WBC.
And you never, because he's got a beef with Andrade. Maybe he'll take.
Pop off.
That'll be a good fight.
That'll be good. Maybe he should fight Andrade.
He's got a beef with Jacobs too. These guys.
Jacobs.
These guys.
There's a lot there because all those fights can be made. There's a lot of big fights at 160 that can be made. Considering
Andrade's with Hearn.
Yeah,
Jacobs is with Hearn.
Yeah.
So
these fights
talking of that, the Zone. What do you guys think of the Zone, the partnership with Eddie Hearn?
I think it's
good move. I think it's one of those things in the long run it will work out well. I think initially it's going to be hard for them.
Yeah,
it's a different way to view sport. People were not as receptive to new things initially. It's the streaming aspect of it, and obviously Eddie Hearn's getting a lot of resistance in the US from other promoters that see him as a threat. They're trying to eliminate him, but he's got some good acquisitions to start off with now. I mean, he's got a good base. He just needs to build on that. He needs a few superstars, but he's got the Jesse Vargas, he's got Andrade, he's got Beterbiev. He's got some decent fighters there. Usyk, that's a big one. That's a big one. He's got Alexander Usyk. So I mean, he's got a good thing going. I think if he can just get like a Mikey Garcia or a Charlo or someone just to add to that, he's got Jarrell Miller.
Yeah,
he's got a good thing going there. And I think over time, I think it's a smart way to view sport. I mean, if you haven't got the cable subscription, and you just pay whatever amount to stream that on your device, I think it's the way of the future.
Yeah,
but it's going to take him a while to build it. But he's got the right attitude. He's getting himself out there. He's getting the fighters. He's trying to promote Eddie Hearn. He's putting in the work, man. I hope it pays off. I like to see him do well. What he's done for British boxing is fantastic, and if he can just carry that on to the world, I wish him all the best.
Yeah, for real. I mean, not that I'm trying to snitch on myself, but I might have noticed that streaming is harder these days. Like streaming pay-per-views used to be just so easy. I mean, it wouldn't ever be great quality, but now like they're on it. Like certainly HBO on it. Like, they shut this shit down. So having an app that's far cheaper than your pay-per-view cost over them, like you're paying what you would pay for one fight, you're paying for 3 months of the Zone subscription. Just a much better way. And then if you have to pay a bit of a bumper for the biggest fights, I'm fine with that. Like,
it's cool.
Much better than having Sky Sports for.
I mean, a lot of it's going on in the States, isn't it? I mean, if you look at the States, what they pay for pay-per-views, like what, $80, $100. It's crazy. I mean, they've been offered a much better alternative to view boxing. I mean, these people, for the fans over there, it's a great opportunity. They should be receptive to it, and I think the fighters are given the opportunity to make a lot more money from DAZN because they have deep pockets. So for everyone, it's a win-win. But the other promoters are obviously feeling threatened by this. The Richard Schaefer's and you know.
Well, you remember with the PBC, they really hated that sort of idea from Jump Free, but at least this one has more legs because it doesn't need as much reliance on the network to put up the money.
Yeah, it's true.
So they can make more things happen. I feel like the problem with PBC is that these guys were forced to be so inactive. They get big money fights one time a year, and then they wouldn't fight again. You wouldn't see, like Errol Spence took a year off after his biggest win and stuff.
It's strange.
It's not ideal for the sport, but with the app and with the subscription, they'll be able to generate more money. Fingers crossed. I mean,
Al Heyman signed a new deal as well for PBC, hasn't he? Is it with Showtime and was it another network? I can't remember. Was it ESPN?
I think they have
Fox or something. They signed a new big deal. Apparently, they got a lot of money. So they're doing their thing as well. All this stuff is good for the fans. You know, these guys are pulling out all the stops. They're spending the money to put on the best shows. So everyone's a winner. You know, it can only be good for us as fans.
Imagine how like pay-per-view might be cheaper than that KSI.
Oh man, what was that?
What do you not make of that whole?
I mean, I'm okay with it because like if people are watching boxing, it's great. But like, I didn't watch it, and I certainly wouldn't pay for it. So.
I'm not doing that now. But good for them. They got to make a bit of money off of
it.
They
got to make a bit of money.
Their fan base got to enjoy that, but it's not really my.
But do you think it will add, like, say someone's watched a boxing match for the first time? Do you think they'll be like, this boxing thing, I kind of.
Exactly. It could be.
I feel like it's a bridge, innit?
Yeah, it's true. You never know. Like, it could well be
gateway drug into real boxing.
It could be. It's true. Saunders Andrade, what do we think of that? That's a tough fight, you know.
That's a tough fight.
What's everyone think about that? Who's you favouring anyone? No.
It's a bit far out for me to be predicting stuff. I was definitely BJS is the guy after Lemieux fight, and then I just wondered why he let his quality. What is he up to?
Yeah.
Why is he just let it slide?
December last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just weird. So like,
10 months since
I wonder where his head's at.
I have to question his dedication. That's the big issue for him.
But I wonder if it's a Triple G situation because you remember he was
trying to get that fight, wasn't he?
Yeah, but Martin Murray isn't a threat.
Yeah,
it's not a threat to your position. If you think you're gonna take on Triple G and beat him, you're not looking at Martin Murray. You're looking at that's a good tick over fight. Decent opponent, but I really should be beating him if I'm.
I think it was a thing where when Canelo's situation happened, he thought he might be able to slip in there and take the fight.
Exactly what
I think that's what. I think that he might have took his eyes off the prize with that potentially.
But then he cancelled it again.
I don't know what that was about. That was strange. I'm not really sure what was going on there. Maybe he was legitimately injured. Maybe he was injured. I don't know. Maybe the second time he was injured. Who knows? We have to take his word for it.
He's looking a bit,
He has put on a bit of weight.
He does. He blows up.
Ingle needs to get him on that regime. Ingle's apparently he's a disciplinarian. He works these guys hard. I mean, they all look in good shape come fight night. Kell Brook. I hope he gets him in the best shape because Billy Joe is the type. If he's not in the best shape and he doesn't show up, it's not going to work for him. He needs to be
100%.
Like when he fought that Leisure Centre show in Scotland, that was that guy. I can't remember the guy he fought. But it was poor. Was it Akavov or something? That was poor performance. Like he barely scraped through.
Like that against Andre.
If he comes in like that, he'll get found out. He needs to be like the Lemieux fight or the Eubank. Even not even the Lemieux fight.
The Eubank fight wasn't his best.
No, it wasn't. He kind of faded out, didn't he? So he needs to be on top form, and he needs to make because Andrade's no mug. He's a very skilled technician. He's a good fighter. And if he smells weakness or he smells any complacency from Billy Joe, he's gonna jump on it and exploit it. And it's in the States as well, so it's Billy Joe's on the road again. Is it Boston they're doing it? So again, he's on the road. He's gonna have to travel there and fight him. He's gonna, he's not gonna have the fans behind him. It's gonna be unfamiliar surroundings. Everything needs to go perfect for that training camp, and he needs to make sure he comes correct.
For me though, I don't know if Andrade has proven anything yet as well.
He hasn't yet, to be fair. No.
Well, I mean, he's 2-time champion at 154. But this is a step up for him. He has to. This is like the back end of his career, so I think he really has to be at his best. If he loses, that it's not good because 160 is so competitive at the moment. So he needs to really be winning that to be in the mix. Because the winner's now unification.
Next in line for the big prize.
I want to see Billy Joe win though, man. He deserves his shot at a Triple G or a Canelo. I mean, he's been waiting long enough. I think he's world champion.
Well, he does.
Everyone else, like Jacobs has had it, you know. All these other guys have had their
chance
shot
at Triple G.
Yeah. Jacobs had his shot. You know, Canelo's had 2 shots at Triple G now. You know, all these other guys have had. I just think Billy Joe, I think he's been a world champion. He should have got a chance to.
Yeah, but he's not been serious. That's the thing. Everybody lost their pen and all that. Like,
he's come back. Like this will be his 3rd fight within a year. When he fights Andrade, compared to maybe 1 or 2 fights within a 2-year span, something like that. Because he's very inactive. After he beat Lee.
Andy Lee,
he went on. That's what he was up to. He was just not bothered. That's why I'm like saying, does he really deserve it? Because when he beat Andy Lee, very good win. I couldn't believe that he actually dropped
2 knockdowns.
He wasn't supposed to be the puncher in the fight. But then, like after that, he just went missing. So I'm thinking he's not really been putting in work to get that shot in the way that other guys have.
That's true.
But he changed since from when he went to Ingle. I think that just changed his whole desire. He got his hunger back. He got everything back. So hopefully it's a great fight. I think it's a really hard one to call. You know, because
I just slightly give it to Billy Joe. I think he's been in with better opposition.
He's a natural 160 as well, isn't he?
He's a bigger guy.
Andrade is a big guy though. He's taller.
He's tall. He's rangy.
He's
gonna give him trouble with the range. But was it Andy Lee's quite lanky? Obviously, very different proposition to But
Andre's a southpaw as well, isn't
he? He is. But Andy Lee.
They're both southpaws, aren't they?
Billy as well,
and Billy Joe fought Willie Monroe, who's a southpaw. So I think he would have maybe adapted to it a little bit.
Andy Lee was a southpaw too.
Andy Lee.
So
he's not something he struggles with really, is it? He seems to cope naturally adequately with the southpaws.
Should be what's your predictions for it though? Who do you think?
I've got BJS decision now, but I don't know. It's quite far away, so
I'll go with Billy Joe. You know. That's a tough one though. Andrade,
I'm gonna stick with Andrade, man.
You're just saying this to keep it entertaining. I understand
what you're doing. Not even. I think Andrade, I think he can do it.
I think he can. He's a very capable boxer. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he wins, to be honest with you. I hope Billy Joe comes correct. If he doesn't, he'll get beat.
As a British fighter, obviously it'll be better for Billy Joe to win as a British fighter, but I think Andrade, like, it's a bit make or break, a bit more for Billy Joe for some reason. I feel.
I think he knows he needs to get it right. So at 154, he sort of messed around a bit. I think he could have had a world title shot, but he pulled out of it or something. Now he knows it's his time to shine. He needs to get it right. So does Billy Joe have that same hunger? Because he seems to have his eye on a Triple G fight or a Canelo fight. That's what he really wants. But what Andrade really wants is the world title from Billy Joe to establish himself in that division. So when you look at who wants what, you may have to say Andrade's the hungrier of the two.
For the fight itself, for the prize. Obviously, I mean, you could look at almost any title defense in a similar way, I suppose. But Billy Joe, probably what would really get him to that like Lemieux plus fitness and would be booking a Triple G fight.
He'll be
at his
this fight, I don't know.
Leading on from that to next division at 168. The World Boxing Series final. Groves Smith. I mean, it's obviously it got delayed from the injury. That Groves sustained against Eubank. What do you guys think? I mean, it's a big step up for Smith.
Oh yeah,
he hasn't fought at this level.
Toughest test of his career to date, I would say.
Quite easily,
And for Groves, I'm a big Groves fan. I'd like to see Groves prevail from that fight. I'm hoping the shoulder's fully recovered and he's the best version of George Groves shows up. Because I think what he's done since that second Calf Roch fight and the Badu Jack fight, the way he's rebuilt his reputation, he has a lesser man would have quit, and he's rebuilt. He's got his head down. He's worked hard. Seems a lot. He seems like in a good place in his career. He's mentally, you can see he's focused. He's relaxed.
New trainer.
Yeah, new trainer. It seems with Shane, it's working. Shane McGuigan, it's working really well for him. In the tournament, he's been the most impressive in that division, I would say.
Yeah,
what he did to Eubank, what he did to Jamie Cox, he's looked the part. And yeah, I'd like to see him win. I would really like to see George Groves be victorious. I hope the shoulder's recovered, and I'm glad they didn't replace him in the final because
there was
that would have been
doing that.
I wouldn't want to watch
injustice.
it. Yeah, I would rather wait.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't want to watch someone else fight in that final other than George Groves.
Especially not you.
No, definitely not.
What do you think after that then? Let's say Groves does win the tournament. Do you think he should try and unify? There's never been talk of him moving up.
No.
I think he was at 160 before, right? Was he at 160 with Paul Smith?
Where did he start?
Was that 168?
I think he was always 168.
Has he always been 168?
Yeah, I believe so.
I was thinking back in the day.
When we fought Paul
10
Smith,
years back and
DeGale.
those kind of days. I'm thinking...
DeGale, wait, hang on. DeGale was DeGale at 160 at any point?
No,
they
I don't
both
think so.
I think it was all
I think both
168. It's all 168, yeah.
Fine. Yeah,
But,
it was always 160.
I don't think he can move up, really, can he?
I think it'll be a domestic class, like a DeGale rematch or something.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
Oh god!
If DeGale wants it and he doesn't, and he puts pride aside, and they make a fair negotiation.
Yeah.
But
I think George Groves beats DeGale again.
I would say so. Yeah, 100%.
Definitely,
Yeah.
based on those last couple.
Oh yeah.
DeGale performances.
Yeah.
Who else is there for once Groves is? I think he beats Smith because of the experience and the skill. I'm another big George Groves fan. I think he was done so dirty in the first Froch fight.
That was disgraceful.
And then the second one,
100%.
he was actually having a pretty good performance, but Froch hits really hard and he set him up one thing. So, overall, I think he's a quality boxer. The Eubank performance was pretty much, exactly what he needed to do. A spot on performance. So, I don't see how Smith really brings himself up to that level from basically domestic
domestic level
boxer to this at least world class quality level. I don't see how he makes that leap in one night. He is rangy and awkward.
Yeah, he's big. He's a big guy.
George Groves has got the skills to deal with that.
Then
I don't know what else happens for Groves after that.
It's a weird one. He might even retire. I mean, he did sort of mention he may retire.
Who were the other titleists at 68?
Benavidez.
That's a dangerous fight.
And the IBF is that because the girl vacated. Someone actually won that.
The IBF belt.
The guy
who Cat's Taggy or whatever. How do you say the name? Pardon me.
The
guy that beat Darrell.
Who gets
you know Hamza.
He beat Andre
he absolutely
Darrell.
mauled Darrell, didn't he?
Yeah, twice.
Twice. Yeah, the first one was a DQ.
That was.
What's the other guys?
Those two are tough fights. Actually,
I don't know if I don't know if Groves really wants any of that, man. Those are very tough fights. I don't know. From a fan's perspective, those fights the fans really want to see. I mean,
we always want to see titleists fight each other.
I'd rather see Groves fight DeGale again, I just think the build-up and stuff would be pretty cool. I think the fight itself, it was one of those fights that would capture the imagination of the British public and get everyone involved.
I think it's an exciting sort of build-up and stuff, but I feel like Benavidez has probably got the beating of George Groves. It's like that. He seems like that blue chip type of I'm a superstar in the making type fighter.
Ramirez.
Ramirez,
that's
Gilberto
Ramirez.
These guys.
Maybe you should just maybe you should just allow it.
There's nothing left for him to do. I mean, world champion,
wins the Super Series.
Wins a Super Series. He's done everything, man.
He's done everything.
He's sold out Wembley 80,000.
I love that.
So
there's not much. The risk reward for fighting these guys is Katezwi. I think he's just such a beast. That's going to be a brutal, horrible type fight. Does he have to do that at this stage of his life?
I don't want to do that.
And how old is Groves? About 32 sort of age, isn't he?
Yeah,
about
like that. 31, 31, 30, something like that.
He's got years in him if he wanted to, but he'll probably end up just fighting domestic There's still world level domestic fights with De Gale or
something like that. That'll be a big good money maker. They got a personal thing going on. It'll be a nice fight for him.
We are so unambitious now. We're worn down by this boxing game because we really should be like, okay, once he wins that title, he needs to go fight. He needs to fight the other titles, and then they need to fight each other, and then we need to bring that together. And now we're like, it's all right, you know.
And I think the problem with him compared to any other division is there's no superstar names.
I think that's the issue as well. These are guys, these are tough fights against guys. You know, it's one of those. If it was like a big name, like I don't know, like a Golovkin or something, or Canelo, you'd be like, you know.
Even if Badu Jack was still in the division, that'd be like a big enough fight.
Rematch. That would be a cool fight. Even maybe if he goes up and fights Jack, I wouldn't mind that. But then Jack doesn't really have anything to offer. He doesn't have a title or anything.
What's my man Butte still doing now? Is he
fighting?
He's been
off the ball, but I know he like maybe this was a year and a half ago or further back than that. His last fight against De Gale was actually a pretty good fight, and everyone's like, Butte might be back.
It should have been.
He had a draw with Jack as well, didn't he? But that was controversial. Jack should have won, I think. Jack definitely should have won.
Some decisions, in Canada.
Yeah, it's funny, man.
So I think someone like a Butte would earn him money and add a little bit to his credit, like to his overall
like
resume.
Another
name would be ideal. Like a Benavidez is just too risky, and you're not going to get nothing from it. But I would want to see it. That would be my ideal. But if I'm thinking on George Groves, is sort of for his general best benefit, it's probably not. He's probably not going to do that.
What's final predictions on that then? Groves, Smith.
As long as Groves is fully fit, As long as Groves is fully fit, I'd say a Groves decision.
I think so.
Quite wide as
Smith
well.
Will dig in. I don't think he'll get stopped because all the Smiths, they're
tough.
Give
aren't
it.
They are tough. They don't
really get stopped.
They get stopped by like elite level pound for pound type guys.
They go out on their shield. You know what I mean? If they get stopped, they go out on it. They don't. You know, there's no quitting those guys.
Definitely.
I mean, there's one. Which one was it with the year?
Stephen Smith. He got knocked out once early, but in his career. But the last two, I mean, he lost 2 world title shots. One, he had the air got cut really badly, and he lost to Pedraza as well.
Those Smith, even like Liam Smith in that last fight against Munguia, he came to fight. You know, have a good performance.
Canelo as well.
He
stayed in there with
the
Canelo.
Smith brothers, they're tough. They're there. You know. It's in their DNA, so I think it'll be a tough. It won't be like smooth sailing for George Groves. He'll up against a game opponent, but it'll be a good fight.
Definitely. Usyk as well. I thought it'd be good to touch on Usyk because he's just won the World Boxing Series.
And they took that belly.
I mean, he's the only unified champion in boxing right now, right?
Because Crawford moved up.
I mean, where does that put him in the pound for pound list? Do we think Alexander
Usyk? He has to be in there.
Yeah, I would say so. I think he's pound for pound.
And the performance as well. The
nature of the win.
The nature of the win.
Dominance.
He's quality.
By far the best. Cruiserweight division is actually decent, and I think he needs to be considered moving up.
I think it's one of those. He's just he's beat everyone. There's no one there for him now. I think obviously they're talking about Tony Bellew. That'd be a nice sort of.
That's a nice.
That is on the cards, isn't it? They're talking about
November 10th. I'm hearing. O2 Arena in London. Bellew, Usyk.
That's a sellout fight.
That's a good fight.
That's a wicked fight. I want to go to that actually. I wouldn't mind seeing that. That's a good little fight.
If Usyk boxes Bellew's socks off, I mean, Bellew looked really good against Hay because Hay was so limited. Bellew's still not, to me, like a super slick boxer, but he does have a boxing brain. He does. He's got IQ in the ring, so. If Usyk's able to completely outclass him, then that's a nice little step up into maybe what can I do at heavyweight? Because what else can he do? He can't do anything else at cruiserweight. There's nothing there for him.
That's the thing. I think because his skill set is like, I mean, he's like a giant Lomachenko. He's skilled, man. But can he take the power that some of those heavyweights, those big, like Andy Joshua type guys, 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", I don't think he'll be able to take that power, but at the same time, he can move a lot faster than them. He's got a higher skill set than all of them.
Will he need to take the power?
That's the thing.
Him?
Can he actually survive in that division? You know, I think it's arguable. He maybe could, but I just think he only needs to get hit with 1 or 2 real knockout power
to me
punches.
He's got enough skill to not get touched.
You reckon?
Just
I didn't get touched even at cruiserweight though.
Yeah,
the Bradis fight.
Bradis
fight. He was getting caught quite a bit, man.
Yeah, he did get touched.
He didn't really get caught against
in the last fight,
in the final against Gassiev. Gassiev is a bit limited though. He goes for the power punches.
Yeah, he's not got a lot else for it, has he?
It's a bit like Lemieux type style, just going for the one big punch. But he's skills.
He's got mad skills. He'll be the quicker guy. I mean, I'm just playing. I'm not saying Usyk's got it at heavyweight because these are massive men, but he has got the skill set to frustrate a big heavyweight for 12 rounds, and he doesn't have any power for that division. He'll just be having to touch them.
I've seen him fight Joe Joyce.
Yeah,
and it was that World Series boxing they did. It's kind of like amateur, but there's no headgear.
Hold on, wait, did they say that he fought Porter?
Yeah,
is that true?
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, of course he did.
I'm assuming it's true.
Yeah, because Porter, I heard that
Porter's massive.
Middleweight or something.
No, middle.
Oh, it's a middleweight.
So he must have been like a teenager or something. I don't know. That's something I can think of. He must have been very young.
Yeah.
Usyk
to fight in that
middleweight. Can you imagine the height
difference,
man?
Yeah, because Porter 5'7" or something.
Yeah, and he's about 6'3".
No, but he fought throughout his amateur career. He was a middleweight.
I think he's an American footballer. He was quite bulky.
Wait, so did they fight at light heavy or middle? I'm not sure.
I saw middleweight. I think it said middle. The thing I read, but.
When Box Nation was out here hating, when Box Nation was out here hating,
they just threw that out there. Defense
okay, obviously they had the Porter fight on, as well.
Yeah,
so it's so funny.
It's a bit petty.
That is
mad petty.
Petty what?
But no, I think Usyk obviously making a big leap to get to heavyweights with these massive guys.
But it's very few can do it. I mean, the only two to go out there and win titles are David Haye and Evander Holyfield, to my knowledge.
Other guys have moved up and they couldn't. Back in the days.
I mean, the division now though.
More kind of guys.
The division is still, I think, skill wise. I'm a big AJ fan. I think he's the most skilled overall, or most technically textbook boxer in the division. Tyson Fury does also have a lot of skill.
Ortiz is
very skilled as well. But when you take them as their crop and compare them to previous heavyweights, and all the time heavyweights are the least skilled out of all boxers in terms of division.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
But when you take them as a group versus 90s, 80s or whatever, it's these guys. They're not on the level.
No, that's true.
And Usyk would come into that division and easily be the most skilled. Even Ortiz. I'm being serious. I don't think Ortiz has got the same skill set.
Yeah, he'll be the fastest and the most skilled of all of them.
Skills pay the bills.
That's the thing.
As they say, it's true.
Yeah, it's just evading shots. Will one shot be enough to hurt him? I think you need time. You'd have to ease in.
Start with the Takams, the smaller sort of heavyweights. Don't go straight in.
See how that feels.
And then even Emmanuel Char, he's got that WBA regular belt.
That'll be a good way.
He's already lost. Didn't Bradis beat Emmanuel Char?
Is that,
I'm sure Bradis went up to heavyweight and beat him.
Yeah.
So.
Manuel Char. Char's not serious. And the other thing is,
did he get shot or something?
Huh?
Manuel Char, he got shot.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, let me look it up now. I'm sure he got shot and made it. I'm not even messing around. I heard something about he got shot and made a comeback.
Talking to that guy that fought BJS, Anvil Katsida, he's just 10-year sentence.
Oh shit!
Yeah, man.
He didn't fight BJS though, did he?
Nah, he was supposed to.
And I thought it was going to be a nightmare for him.
Yeah, man. Supposed to be a really hard hitter. 39-year-old.
I am Tyson, my brother.
Yeah.
Who did he fight?
Here it is in SN
Langford, Tommy Langford.
In 2015,
British guy.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's a bad knockout too.
Yeah,
in 2015, an altercation at a kebab shop in Essen, Germany, led to a drive-by shooting, which left Char shot 4 times in the abdomen and forced to undergo emergency surgery to save his life.
Shit.
Char was dining with rapper K1 at the time of the incident, which occurred following an argument with an online troll that had been abusing the boxer for some weeks. Shot 4 times, and he fair play to him for coming back and winning the title. That's pretty crazy, man.
Christ.
What else have we got on the menu?
Yeah, man. I think those are the majority of what's coming up.
Yeah.
What's in the immediate pipeline, the World Boxing Series as well the bantamweights and the super lightweight, super
Fly.
lightweights. Super lightweight. Yeah, light welterweights. Yeah, those guys are. Those fights have been announced.
That needs to happen.
And the cruiserweight. Yeah, so they're doing 3 divisions. So that's just been announced. I don't know if anyone's tipping anyone to win it for now, or
do you know what? Not yet. I need to think. I like Josh Taylor a lot. So
yeah,
Regis Prograis
as well.
Man. Those two I think are the standouts for me.
Yeah. Hopefully we have a nice final with them two sort of facing off.
That'll be dope.
Yeah.
Cool. Taylor's fighting.
I saw it the other day. He's fighting in Scotland, isn't he? Burnett's on the same card. I can't remember who it was against.
Yeah, they're all hard fights.
Yeah,
they're all hard fights.
Prograis got Terry Flanagan, hasn't he?
Yeah, he'll beat Flanagan.
Yeah,
I think.
he should win that. Yeah.
I can't remember what he did to Ndongo. Jesus.
Yeah.
Smashed him up.
That was bad, man. Ndongo, I ain't seen him since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then bantamweight.
Burnett, Tetty.
Yeah.
Donaire's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a good, nice little lineup in there. That's a good little.
Some interesting ones.
Yeah, some good.
Yeah, Donaire's actually fighting Burnett.
Yeah, on the same card as Taylor. I can't remember Taylor's fighting, but it's on the same card in Scotland. So there's some good fights there. I think this will be good.
Yeah, pleased to see Andrew Tabiti in the cruiserweights.
Yeah, he's in there.
He's been bubbling for a while.
Yeah, we've heard his name in it.
Yeah,
he's got skills.
So I look forward to seeing him at that level, seeing if he can mix it. Because Bradis is back in it. Dorticus is back in it again.
You know what? I'd have Bradis as the favourite. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
so.
he was impressive against Usyk. He ran Usyk pretty close.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we should chop it up again for round 6.
Round 6,
we covered.
Once some of these the Canelo Triple G's happen,
AJ's
happen,
we'll be back and
let's
we can review.
Yeah, I think that's
talk about what's gone down.
Again.
But hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Yeah,
hope having us back, and look forward to the next one. We'll have some more interesting stuff to discuss, and keep hitting you with the.
Big up to Chocks again.
Very welcome.
Keep coming. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you didn't like. Let us know what you want to see us talk about next time.
Definitely. Be as offensive as you like. Cole, get you.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I'll find you. Just put your location on when you do the tweet.
Man from Atlanta.
One though.